Okay, so Devin White arrived in Philadelphia yesterday and had his first press conference. He let everybody know that he's coming with a vengeance in 2024. As for the new defensive signing, it's a nose tackle, and he's here to back up Jordan Davis. Plus, a cheaper veteran safety has been linked to the Eagles with mutual interest. We also talk about a few Eagles who've been putting work in the offseason, making sure they're ready for 2024. And last but not least, we got some big news on Hasson Reddick. What is going to happen? What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Tall Podcast. And today we got a lot to get into. But before we do that, Eagle Nation, can I ask y'all for a quick favor? Help your boy out. Hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss the videos. So on my last video, we talked about the cap space and how Sports Track said 39 million, but there were multiple Eagles who were not yet recorded as it pertains to what their cap hit will be for the 2024 season. A little bit more info on that. Thomas R. Peterson tweeted the combined 2024 cap hit for Saquon Barkley, Bryce Huff, and Devin White is 11.8 mil. Again, that don't tell us all the numbers minus off this 39 million. However, if them three only cost 11.8, you got to know Howie Roseman is going to get the rest of the guys, including Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, for a pretty small amount. So I'm still guessing, and it's just a guess, that we'll have around 20 million to about 25 million, give or take some. Moving on to the newly acquired linebacker, Devin White, who did arrive in Philly yesterday, and oh boy was he happy. He tweeted this: I'm beyond thankful for the opportunity. I had a detour in my journey, but I'm back in the driver's seat to get this train back on the right tracks. Hashtag new era, hashtag get live. He also had his first press conference in Philly and said a lot of good things, but this had to be my favorite. He was simply asked about signing a one-year deal.
Oh, it's great. It's an opportunity to go show, why I was drafted top five, why I helped the team win a Super Bowl, and obviously just to prove I do what I do. I don't lack any confidence, as far as being on a one-year deal. I didn't shy away from it. I think it was the best thing that happened. Like, hey, last year wasn't, who you were. That's never been Devin White on, in and out on tape, just dealing with everything I dealt with. Now you can get the opportunity on an even bigger stage. It's a bigger platform here. I think it's a better all-around team built right here, right now, to go do great things, and I just want to be a part of that. And I think, obviously, being with these guys help my transition, even make it even easier for me, because it's a lot of great surrounding support cast. So I think it was a perfect situation, I think everything about it was perfect, man. I'm just so happy ever since I got off the plane at 8 o'clock, been smiling ear to ear. Me and my mom been going around doing the physicals and stuff, and everything checking out perfect. And, we couldn't be off to a better start.
I told you when we signed him, being on a one-year deal, he's going to feel like he needs to prove it. He straight said he's going to show everybody why he was drafted top 5 and how last year ain't going to happen again, especially with him trying to ink a new contract. We got the Devin White with a chip on his shoulder. We got the Devin White who's coming with that vengeance. And I'm telling you, I think it's going to be the absolute perfect fit for Philly. He also talked about how close he is with Nakobe Dean, how he tried to recruit him to LSU, but he went to Georgia, and I think that's going to help both Nakobe Dean and Devin White because he talked about his time in Tampa and how Levante Davis was the older guy, but he looked up to Devin White and they pushed each other. I think this is exactly what Nakobe Dean needs. Now, of course, he got to stay healthy, but I do think the Dean and Devin duo might surprise a lot of people. As for the newest move the Eagles did, PJ Mustipher, who's 6'4", 318 pounds, he was out of Penn State and he's a nose tackle. He was signed as an undrafted free agent by the Denver Broncos in 2023 before being signed to the New Orleans Saints active roster from the Broncos practice squad on December 6th. In 4 career games, all with the Saints, Mustipher registered 4 tackles while playing 42 defensive snaps. Definitely raw, needs some work, but what is interesting about this is Jordan Davis is a nose. Now you get a backup nose. We know Fangio, and under Fangio, the Eagles will be playing a lot of 3-4. It is the legit transition of the defense, and I can't wait to see how it goes. Now, for a possible future move the Eagles could make, I know we all want Justin Simmons. We understand in this 3-4 Fangio scheme how perfect he would be alongside of CJ Gardner-Johnson. Although I do think Reed Blankenship is going to be playing better in 2024. Why do I say that? Because he's still a young player. This is only his third season as a undrafted rookie free agent. You got to remember that. He hasn't been playing that long. Plus, he can go back to doing what he does best, playing in the box. He don't got to worry about playing high or deep and be the guy who gets target when teams are trying to go deep on us. That's CJ Gardner-Johnson's job. So right there, I think Reed will be better. However, Justin Simmons would change this defense, but the Eagles could have their eye on a veteran who is definitely cheaper. According to Jake Rabati of the NFL, the Eagles and safety Nick Scott have mutual interests per league sources. There has been some dialogue between the two sides in the recent days, source said. Could be a solid option for Philly. He's 28 years old, played 4 years with the Los Angeles Rams. Last year, he played with the Cincinnati Bengals. Out of 17 games, he played 10 of them, which he had 57 total tackles, a tackle for loss, a quarterback hit, and a fumble recovery. But in 2022 with the Rams, he had 2 interceptions, 5 passes deflected, 2 forced fumbles, 86 combined tackles, a tackle for loss, so he was much more active. I honestly think it makes sense if you can't get Justin Simmons to just have depth on his team. Whether he starts or Reed starts, you got 2 quality guys behind CJ Gardner-Johnson. Plus, don't forget, Cindy Brown will be back. He did tear his ACL. Who knows the exact timetable, but I do love his upside. So now you got a room of CJ Gardner-Johnson, Reed Blankenship, Nick Scott, and Cindy Brown. And I think it's pretty solid. Let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section. Y'all know I love hearing from ya. Now, before we get into some big news about Hasson Reddick, Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, and Big Play Slay all working out. Plus, Dak Prescott's brother, Tad Prescott, had some disrespectful things to say about Jalen Hurts. Let's hear a word from our sponsor. This episode is brought to you by the spring cleaning champions, Manscaped. This year, be sure to groom your carpets and your drapes with the leaders in below-the-waist grooming. Embrace the season. Join over 10 million men who trust Manscaped with our special offer. Go to manscaped.com and use promo code PhillyTalk, all capitals, for 20% off plus free shipping. So go get your Lawnmower 5.0. It's officially out. The box comes with 3 extra clippers, so you might be able to do your beard with it if you don't want to do your beard with the Lawnmower 5.0, which is mainly meant for downstairs. They also have the Beard Hedger Pro Kit plus Handyman Electric Shaver. But back to the Lawnmower 5.0, it has an LED light, the charge lasts forever, and it's waterproof. If you're shaving down below, you want to do it while you're in the shower. And what's the best thing about the Lawnmower 5.0 is it has skin-safe technology, so you can't cut yourself. The LED light, even though you shouldn't be doing it in the dark, can help you find them hard-to-see places. The Lawnmower 5.0 is legit. Get 20% off plus free shipping by using the code PhillyTalk, all capitals, at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com by using promo code PhillyTalk, all capitals, or just click the link in the description. You can also find it pinned to the top of the comment section once you click it, or just go to Manscaped, use promo code PhillyTalk, all capitals, and get yourself the Lawnmower 5.0. You won't regret it. Let me know what y'all think about this Philadelphia Eagles Central tweet. Sean McVay first 3 seasons as the Rams head coach. 2017 lost in the wild card round. 2018 lost in the Super Bowl. 2019 missed the playoffs. 4th most wins from 2017 to 2019. Nick Sirianni first 3 seasons as the Eagles head coach. 2021 lost in the wild card round. 2022 lost in the Super Bowl. 2023 lost in the wild card round. 5th most wins from 2021 to 2023. But what's in everybody's head is the epic collapse. I understand we all were mad, should be mad, and never want to see it again. I do believe that Nick Sirianni will get it together, especially with this coaching staff in Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio. Moving on to Hasson Reddick, Jeremy Fowler tweeted yesterday, the Eagles are moving Hasson Reddick's $1 million roster bonus originally due March 15th to April 1st per sources. This, in theory, buys Philly time for a potential trade before having to pay the money. Now, as I said yesterday, trade talks seem to be stalling since the NFL Combine. And I do think that's still true. Although Tennessee, Atlanta, and Jacksonville have all shown interest in Hasson Reddick, the potential holdup is Reddick's camp reportedly asking for an extension of roughly $25 million per year per at Mariano NFL. So it don't look like the Eagles are the only team hesitant to pay Hasson Reddick 25. I think Howie wants to do it for 20 to 22. Unless a deal jumps off the page when push comes to shove, I think for some reason Hasson's going to be a Philadelphia Eagle. I understand restructure Josh Sweat, sign Bryce Huff, still got Nolan Smith and Brandon Graham, but you don't get rid of your best pass rusher when you're trying to get back to the Super Bowl. Rid of one of your best defensive player, maybe your best defensive player when you're trying to get back to the Super Bowl. And with all the talk in Howie Roseman's career about how important a D-line is, you're going to let your best defensive line player go over a couple million? I understand signs are pointing to him being traded with prolonging that $1 million bonus, but it just doesn't feel right. Right now, I still have a gut feeling of Howie Roseman getting it done because you don't have this great of an offseason just to let Hasson Reddick go when you're trying to get back to, once again, the Super Bowl. Moving on to Dak Prescott's brother disrespecting Jalen Hurts. It's an absolute joke. The dude could barely name 10 quarterbacks, puts Lamar Jackson in there, and says this about Jalen Hurts?
Pat Mahomes, Dak Prescott, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. I still hold Aaron Rodgers as the top 5 quarterback. Joe Burrow.
Jalen Hurts?
You said quarterbacks, not running backs. Who was up there?
Tua.
Still
Right
hold
there,
Matt
bro.
Stafford up there. Jared Goff has definitely come up in my ranks. That's 9. Matt Stafford. I would actually put Goff above Stafford. And then 10. I don't know if I have a 10th guy. I really don't. Maybe Flacco. I thought he still has a ring and play. You could throw Russell Wilson there too, but I don't know.
Absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. You can't make this stuff up. Why is I Am Athlete interviewing Prescott's brother? For real? Anyways, lastly, I want to talk about some of these Eagles putting in work. You see Slay on the gel ball trying to keep his balance and get some INTs. Can't wait to see how big play Slay bounces back. And remember, we did have him on the show early in free agency. Go back and check that out. It's in the title. As for Jalen Hurts, he's slinging a rock around SoCal. Good to see him working. Plus, he's doing some type of long lunge. Just don't hurt yourself, bro. As for AJ Brown, he's putting that work, running with things tied to his back, trying to get that speed up. Remember, last offseason, he got up to 22 miles per hour. That is just ridiculous for his body type. And he's always doing something with jumping, whether it's basketball or him doing the jumping squats. I think they're called Superman squats. I don't know. But the burst that he always shows on the field, he works hard for it. And I can't wait to see all these guys just put it together in the 2024 season to duplicate 2022. This time, finish at the end. With all that being said, I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. Drop the muscle emoji in the comment section. Leave all your thoughts. I absolutely love hearing from y'all. Go get your Manscaped. You don't just got to get the Lawnmower 5.0. They got a beard trimmer. They got a bunch of different stuff, some comfy boxers. All this stuff comes. Just look on the website, click the link in the description. But whatever you do buy, use code Philly Talk with all capitals. And it's one word. Philly Talk, all capitals, one word. Until next time, you know what time it is. Like, subscribe, and of course, turn on that notification bell. We out.